So that could be a problem. Okay, they're going to go for the Razor. This is probably their mid lane. I don't think this is... I mean, we've seen him play Razor before on Excalibur. It's not like a hero he's never going to play, but it's not kind of the farming hero you expect from him. But maybe they want to play a higher tempo. We've seen them do it before. They did it in their best of 7 series. Sorry, the best of 5 series versus Ninjas in Pajamas, I'm sure. They tried to up the tempo a little bit. So Team Empire, they got the Oracle and PA, which is a bit of a combo in of itself. You know, it's an interesting one. It just given the PA the survivability she needs to just basically yeet into the enemy team and do as much damage as she can before she either blows up from the False Promise damage or kills everybody. Both good options. And Team Empire are going to take the Night Stalker. All right, I like this hero. It's a slow for the Razor, it's a slow for the Leshrac, but more importantly, it's an AoE silence. Obviously, if Leshrac has already got his R running, it's not going to cancel his R. It can't untoggle abilities, but it's still pretty good for stopping him getting off these stuns and these lightnings, which they really need to chase people down. Same with the Plasma Field as well. You know, they don't have a whole world of catch, and they don't have any kind of long-range catches, which... they might need to consider buying an Atos. And mind you, Leshrac usually builds the Atos anyway, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, looking at the lanes, I mean, Team Singularity have really strong lanes. Like, whether they put the Razor mid or safe is up to them. But they've got, like, this Shadow Demon Leshrac combo, which, admittedly, the Nyx will probably be laning with the Leshrac, but even then, you've got the Impale on this one as well, so plenty of options. Meanwhile... Team Empire. I mean, Oracle's a good laner. PA's an okay laner. She's considering the kind of carry she is, she's a pretty good laner. But not like phenomenal. Can be crushed in the right circumstances. Also, I'm not a big fan of Razor versus PA. I don't think that's kind of the carry match, because obviously PA wants to jump in and blow someone up super quickly, and if you can get the static link after she jumps in, she won't be able to jump again very quickly. But if you're going about things intelligently, which dare I say Team Empire probably will, you just hold on to that W. You hold on to the Phantom Strike. You run into the fight by those lovely legs of hers and just kind of sprint into the fight, kick some people in the face, and then whenever that static link comes up onto you, just blink back to a teammate and break it nice and quickly there. But I don't really see any target which he wants to static link right now. You can just go maybe like milk the free damage off Viper, who's going to be sitting on the front lanes, because Viper is pretty... He doesn't like physical damage, so that could be a big factor as well. Corrosive Skin obviously only helping him, and now it's going to be a Rubik picked up from Team Empire. It's a nice Rubik game, I'll give him that much. It is a nice Rubik game. Obviously, any of Leshrac's spells pretty damn nice. You can leave the Diabolic Edict running and steal another spell, which is pretty cool. Anything from Nyx Assassin really nice as well, especially the Vendetta. They've got plenty of options. They're going to go for a Lycan on Team Singularity, so they are definitely feeling the tempo. They are wanting to kick things up a gear and run at Team Empire. And you know what? Team Empire have a lineup which is kind of okay at getting run into, so I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be one of these violent games, which is exactly what I was hoping for. You know, when I saw these two teams facing up each other, I was like, okay, well... hopefully we don't have one of those games where both teams just try and farm and then eventually like lead up to this one big team fight where one team wins the team fight and then it's over. However, the first game, definitely not going to be that, as they've just both picked pretty aggressive lineups, to be honest. I mean, one team has a Viper and a Night Stalker, for God's sakes. They're going to be wanting to fight. And the other team picks Lycan and Razor, so... yeah, when PA is the slowest hero in a game, things are... things are looking pretty high tempo, and I want to talk about the lanes a little bit as well, because Rubik is he's an all right laner, not a fantastic laner. And what's here to stop this Lycan? They actually barely have any stuns. They've got the lift, which is not really a good lockdown spell. A bit of reposition is nice, but you know, a shapeshifted Lycan doesn't care about repositioning too much. I mean, they've mostly got slows here. Now you kind of see why this Lycan picks come in. You know, you can't be slowed in that shapeshift. So the Void isn't going to work on him. The Poison from Viper isn't going to work on him. The daggers aren't going to work on him. He's going to be flying around at 1,000,000 miles an hour and no one's going to be able to do anything about it. So this is going to be a problem. And in terms of wave push, you've got Fade Bolt. And that's about it, really. I mean, Nether Toxin, okay, Nether Toxin is pretty good as well. But still. I don't know. But the snowball potential is real from both teams here. It's not just Team Singularity that can get out of control in this match. Team Empire, they've got the Phantom Assassin. You know, this girl crits. She certainly do throw down a pretty big crit. And that could prove to be a real issue for the sides of, I mean, you know, the physical armor on Lycan isn't insane. Razor does get there eventually. But this Leshrac and this Shadow Demon need to be careful as well, because if they get blown up, that is a large portion of their damage, which is going to be thrown out the window. That could really make the difference in these team fights. I don't know. I think a lot is going to be on these lanes. So what's a mid matchup? It's going to be the Razor versus the Viper, I guess. Yeah, Viper's got the shared tango, so he's going to be heading to the mid lane. I think that's just one of those matchups which kind of exists, and they'll both farm, and then it'll kind of come down to either the rotations of supports coming into their lane, or more likely the rotations they make as they go to put their presence onto other lanes and maybe find some kills. I think that's going to be the real changing point in this mid matchup, and seeing who comes out better through the mid game. Meanwhile, in the safe lane for the die, you're going to have a PA and you're going to have an Oracle. So, you know, probably quite a little kill potential on these two. I mean, the Harass is going to be pretty nice with the daggers and the just the right clicks and the Purifying Flames from the Oracle. And that's going to be against Maposhka, and I wonder if Shashlo is going to go top. I mean, you like the Shadow Demon to lane with a Lesh, obviously, because it's like, you know, it's a classic combo. The Disruption, the Stomp. Well, that's not his ward, is it? Oh, that is his ward. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Shashlo's playing the Shadow Demon. My bad. Yeah, Shashlo is the offlaner for Team Singularity, so he is going to be farming up on that Shadow Demon, taking the last hits, and it's actually Maposhka on the 4. It's actually a 5-position Lash. Yeah, next assassin being played by AGM. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series, Singularity versus Team Empire in the upper bracket finals of the Beyond the Summit Spring Cup. No cup included. It is all a lie. Please address your complaints to the main head offices of BTS. Tell them to get a cup for these damn events they keep calling cups, but having no cup involved. We're tired of it. We the viewers, we demand a cup, a physical cup. Even if it's just like a little tiny one you can send through the post to the teams, because obviously international shipping, pretty expensive, but we'd still accept a small little thing, as long as it's like 14 karat gold or something. Angel just chasing down this Wolf, but Wolfie, he just wants to spot things out. There's not going to be any lane shenanigans, I don't think, here. You only really see the lane shenanigans when it's like big counters and lane matchups you really want. That's not really the case this game. I don't think anybody's super hard countered by anybody else, although Singularity are moving quite a few heroes into Black Archangel here. He's going to be chased back under his tower. The banishment does come out, so he's going to take some damage here. And with the stun, and now Spit Earth as well. They're going to keep him still for a very long time, and actually using the illusion to tank up the tower. They're going for it, and the tier 2 dive at 0 minutes into the game. Damn, that paid off. However, Dream is being a little bit cheeky now. Just want to point out that Dream has come back, because it was Elmo playing for them yesterday, but Dream is back in the house. Although I think I don't know for sure whether it was. Oh, they've actually put the Lycan mid. Okay. So Razor down at bottom. Nice. I kind of understand this. I mean, do I? I don't see why you wouldn't put the Razor versus the Viper though, because it's not a big deal, but. I guess I feel like the Light can get plenty out of this lane, and the Razor is just going to have a nice time chasing off its Night Stalker, so it's not really about who's going to go versus the Viper. They don't really care who goes against the Viper. It's more about who's going to be able to beat this Night Stalker, and yeah, I understand now. The Lycan won't do much against the Night Stalker. They'll just kind of trade, but the Razor can do some damage. He offers some kill threat and some lane domination onto that guy. Ward Vision, meanwhile, it's yeah, again, Empire only opting for 1 ward, which is kind of interesting. We saw something. Oh, top lane. That's a 3-man stomp, but I'm not sure it's going to help out as Dream's still in some trouble, only having the dagger, so no ability to Phantom Strike away. Nice little plant there up the tree, but Shashlo will eat it up. Dream in some trouble, trying to get to the tree lines. They're not chasing, but Poshka's run the wrong... Oh, he's waiting for a stun, and he gets it. And then the Impale. They'll kill Dream in the top lane. This tri lane starting out pretty damn strong. And Penguin will hang out in the bottom lane. Nice time. Meanwhile, at mid, Excalibur versus Kodos. Also, Singularity prone to switching things up. Empire do the same a little bit as well, but I think, yeah, this is Singularity. You know, like in, Excalibur, they tend to throw them in quite often into this middle lane on heroes like the Lycan, the Morphling, you know. Then they're not afraid to mix things up a little bit. Of course, Excalibur he used to be a mid laner. I think in his pub games, he plays like a mix of mid. He's, of course, a very famous Tinker player, because he was, like, I don't want to say the first to invent a couple of things, like he used to put branches in his stash, so he could just move his items across to his stash super quickly back in the day, and get maximum efficiency out of it. I think he was the first one to do that. The item rotations, I guess you call them? I don't really know. Swap them around the items. So, right now, looking at the last hits, we've got Excalibur pulling ahead pretty nicely in the middle lane versus this Viper. It does surprise me a little bit, to be honest. Meanwhile, yeah, the Viper just behind him. Shashlo in the second position here on the Shadow Demons, having a fairly nice time. I always think, though, Shadow Demon, he's not... the fact that he's got loads of CS doesn't really mean a lot other than that he's dumpstering the PA, which is good. You know, farm on your Shadow Demon. They're actually making a play here with the Disruption, the Stomp, the Impale as well. Is Phantom Assassin ever going to come out of this? Well, she eventually is, and a Phantom Strike back to her teammate should help her survive. But the 4 stacks of poison, oh, that's a lot of damage, and Jerry finishes it off with the Mana Burn. Dream is dead again in the top lane, and this PA suffering under the magic damage of Singularity's tri-lane right now. And this is super nice as well, because they have the magic damage to throw out, and that means that PA can't just level Blair and go, lol, see ya, I don't really care. Blair's not going to help you against this. And Penguin's having a wonderful time in the bottom lane. These dual lanes, I'm not sure they're working out so well for Team Empire. Continue to drain some of my name's damage here. Chase it forwards a little bit. Although PA's coming down, and she's just like, yeah, I'm done with top. That shit was bad. I'm down at bottom now. This is where I'm gonna be. Let me farm, please. Maiden's like, well, okay. Now Jerry comes scuttling in, says hello. Remember me, Dream? I'm the guy from the top lane. Yeah, you're not escaping that easily, and he's just going to chase him down and force him back. I'd imagine they swap things up, but probably just the supports. I don't think they really care about moving the Shadow Demon down here, to be honest. I think Penguin's absolutely fine if he's got the 2 supports with him. Let's see what they decide to do. Right now, it's Maposhka's kind of wandering around the jungle. Alexa's just going to stay up here by himself. Kodos in the jungle as well. Doesn't really fancy going mid versus Excalibur. A little bit of Penguin just taking the damage off that illusion there. Getting himself nice and high. 73 extra damage. That'll help your last hits. And the rotation out from the PA actually as she comes top. So she's going top for the farm, which is under the tower. Smart. Just wait until each lane is pushed in and then TP there. But unfortunately, you can only do that once every 60 seconds. But you know. Dagger does mean the Dream gets all that CS under the tower. Meanwhile, Viper pulls ahead in CS because he's just pushing out mid, going to the jungle, killing the jungle creeps, going to mid, pushing out mid, going to the jungle. It's pretty much what you expect from a Viper these days. That Nether Toxin spell, so damn good at jungling, and yeah, it's getting him money. Although Lycan is clearly doing better. I mean, he's just taking all the farm in the lane. Excalibur is just drowning in money right now, and he's just gonna go insane. He's gonna grab the helm, and I kind of feel like they need to do something about this Lycan before it gets too much, because we've already talked about how they don't really have a lot of lockdown for him. He's gonna pop the shapeshift. Is he gonna go for Viper? Yeah, and the stun through from Maposhka. They were ready for it. Viper goes for the TP and does not make it out. Kodos is dead in the middle lane. Didn't see that one coming. Maposhka. They want to keep this catapult alive. I love it. Although they did fortify, Poshka's still tanking it, but whatever. Just gotta make sure the aggro's on you and not on the catapult. And fortify comes out, but I don't think this is gonna save the middle tower. Although Sayu's coming in, Archangel's up top as well. If they TP in the Viper, He's still 3 seconds away. They're actually going for the Maposhka here. Fade Bolt out, a right click as well, but Purifying Flames will be enough damage to bring down the Maposhka and Scalper. Just like, wait, my teammate, he was right next to me. Where'd he go? I'm fine. And with the double catapults now with his Hum on the Dominator, it is not close. This tower is gone. Excalibur, Thief, takes the enemy catapult and then brings down the tower with it as well. So even though his teammate came and died, but they got a kill on the Viper, he's probably saying it's pretty worth. Meanwhile, stun out onto the Oracle here, but it's just Maposhka and Shashlo. So I say just. They do have a lot of damage potential between them, but the double damage on Archangel. And of course the PA hanging around. Now getting some money for herself. Yeah, this is kind of interesting from Singularity. I think this lane swap, I mean, it wasn't really a lane swap, it was PA just kind of TPing to bottom lane, taking like a wave of creeps, and then TPing back up to top again. And it's kind of just scattered Singularity when they were doing so well at shutting her down before. But we might see a bit of that repeating itself right now as the disruption comes out, followed up with a split earth as well. But the magic resist from Oracle going to help out a lot. With the poison stack starting to come up, although only one right now, and Dream will get herself away. As I was saying, you know, you want to be killing this PA. You want to be forcing her off the map, which they are doing for now. And PA forced to, I should try to pull the creeps, actually. The slowed creep? Yeah, it's fine. Still gets it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But then when your Lycan's doing so much, it's kind of hard to see the PA doing well this game anyway. If you're just getting run down by Lycan with all these units. Doesn't matter how much evasion you have. If there's like 20 of units attacking you, then evasion doesn't look that good. Oh, Lycan was stealing jungle creeps with wolves? What a player. That's just plain cheeky. Oh, bottom lane, Pingvin in a bit of trouble as the stun comes through from the Oracle. Lift up, thrown back, although he is stealing all of Maiden's damage. He's still trying to punch him, which is adorable, but they will get the kill onto Pingvin with the Fade Bolt. Oh, nice Soku. There's no reason to punch him there. Like, you're literally, you're not doing any damage. But, you know, gotta look scary. Look here at top as well. Yeah. Hi. I can't do any. I can void you, but yeah, I've really got nothing. And now Excalibur popping that ultimate shapeshift, flying into the fight. Maiden, you came too far forward, my friend. One gonna keep him alive for a little bit, but the right clicks will be that. Nope, the lift comes out, but the wolves will do the job. Excalibur does get rather low from that as well. The Nether Toxin's just doing their work and has to stay away from So here as he's hanging around with his Fade Bolt, but will not land it as Excalibur runs himself away. Although Dreamy's going for something cheeky here. He's kind of like, can I, can't I? Well, manages to make his way through the enemy team and will get to a safe place. Oh, down on the bottom lane. Excalibur just waiting for this Necronomicon to come on live. You know who we haven't talked about yet? It's this Razor. And with kind of good reason, is he literally, he doesn't have a whole lot. He's 41 CS to 14. I don't know, surely he's got something in the courier, right? Where's his money? I guess running 9 minutes into the game is just the Lycan. He should have more than this. Lycan literally doesn't have boots, though. Who needs boots when you've got Shapeshift? Sai? Just playing around with EGM a little bit. We'll throw it over to net worth now, as there's been a little bit of jungling coming on and a fair few kills as well, and we will see no surprises to see that Lycan on top. Just hanging out in the top on his throne. You know what I think is kind of a dick move? It's a Lycan wears this kind of fur hood thing. Like, this guy summons wolves. He's a Lycan. He turns into a wolf at nighttime. That's just rude. Like, your best friends are wolves, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just wearing your mate on my back. What an arsehole. I guess people wear wigs made out of human hair, so... I guess that's different though, you don't have to dye for hair. I guess you don't have to dye for fur either, but something tells me that that fur is not ethically farmed. Empire. They're gathering at top lane, but I don't really see them making any aggressive movements towards Singularity, though they do spot out that courier, but I feel like that courier is kind of a bait, I'm not too sure. Just seeing if someone would come forwards. It was a weird movement for the courier to take. I think it was like they'll like bringing it up to this farm and then bringing it back to make them think there was someone here, and then they'd all jump in and then... But I don't really know what the follow-up from that was because they only had 2 heroes here. But cool idea if that was the case. Jerry? You okay there, buddy? He's got spike carapace to work with as well, so he's not too scared of Empire here, but of course it doesn't save you from everything. Well down the bottom.
Dire's
Tower
bottom
dead.
tower has fallen.
The push continues. Alright, well, all the tier 1 towers are dead. That's every tier 1 tower gone now. So now we get to the tier 2s. So what's the easiest tier 2 to take on the Dire side? Probably this top one. You got a lot of entry points. I mean, you do have the shrine though, but I think like bottom is, I guess, it's hard to say. Again, you've got the shrine to bring you onto this high ground here. You can also access the high ground from your behind your own tower. So I guess it's probably top, right? There's just so many entry points as well. Like they can't. They've got a ton of vision up here as well, so I would expect Lycan to go for top tower now. Let's see. Where have you gone, Lycan? Where are you, boy? He's down bottom right now, but this might not be pushing. This might just be looking for his points to his necro. But no, we'll see.
Are scanning.
They're not playing at a super high tempo Singularity. They're not feeling super kind of like, oh, PA in trouble in the top lane. It's a lot of damage coming out onto her. The poison's going to finish her off from Shashlo here, so that is a pick off from Jerry using that Vendetta, the first one of the game, to go and get himself a kill onto the enemy core. It's exactly how you want that to go down. Exactly how you want it to go down. What's Shashlo building? He's going for the Blink Dagger. He's got the Aether Lens already for those long poisons. Oh, Sai being stalked by an invisible Maposhka here, and Jerry's coming in as well. There's a whole nighttime army here under the cover of darkness, and they will kill Sai with those two sources of invisibility. Now they'll look towards the tower as well. Diabolic's Edict already ticking through, 3 points in it. Going to do a lot, but the Fortify comes out. But even in that small space of time, we saw how much damage it can do. Smoke up. Singularity. They're going to be popped by Archangel here. And the shapeshift coming out from Excalibur. The stun is out. I mean, the Oracle doesn't last 2 seconds. I'm looking for the Viper as well, and he's not lasting particularly long either. So it's going to be 2 quick kills for Singularity. And yeah, the top tower looking kind of squishy right now. Not on particularly high amount of health anyway. I'm wondering, are they going to wrap around to mid, or are they going to keep pushing up top? Things out on the creep wave here. Pushka saying, that's for me. I'm a thirsty boy. Lightning stolen by the Rubik, just going to be thrown back in his face. And they've still got some time to go, 100 seconds till shapeshifts up, so... Assassin once again under the cover of Vendetta, looking around for someone. Dream's still trying to farm up here. She's died plenty of times in this top lane, which very much kind of withholds the famous scientist BSJ's theory about Dota 2 that the top lane is the dead lane. And actually, they're going to pop Darkness and go onto Shashlo here. The AoE stun's going to stop him being able to disrupt himself. But Makoshka with the stun, going to force back Maiden for the time being. And the lift up, throw back, and they're getting Rubik on the backlines of Vendetta. Jerry comes in and gets the kill, and Maiden not lasting particularly long. Oh my god, that damage coming down. That's got to be careful sitting in the poison like this. They will get the stun off after the disruption. However, the false promise coming out on Koda's going to keep him alive. Makoshka is dead as well, but they just turn their focus to this Oracle. And the right clicks from Pingbin will take him down. Viper TPs himself away, but another lost fight for Team Empire. Singularity looking good right now. No, I said it was going to be a momentum-based game, and 12-4, and you can feel who is clearly ahead with the 7k gold advantage as well on the side of Singularity. It's just a steady rise on their Worthcraft and Dream. Standing around wondering what happened to his team, waiting for this rune, of course. But meanwhile, Roshan is being very quickly taken by Singularity here, and I don't think there's any chance of a steal. Even if Nightstalker wants to go in for this, I think it'd be a terrible idea. And yeah, Singularity chasing him off, throwing the poison, seeing if they can find him. Meanwhile, Pingbin's actually the one to take the Aegis, not the Lycan, which I respect. Lycan's not that great without shapeshift, especially if you don't have boots, but he has got some brown boots in the stash. Gosh, Lycan's so poor. Only just buying us brown boots at 15 minutes. Top lane. Just playing with each other. Bit of cat and mouse. Or crab and demon, I guess. Oh, sorry, he's not a crab. He's a scorpion, guys. I know. I still think it'd be cool if we had a crab character and could only walk sideways. Simple man. Rubik looking in towards mid. Gonna see themselves some wolves. That's kind of nice. Level 4 wolves. Invis gives you a load of scouting and the ability to counter push out some lanes as well if needs be. Of course, doesn't have the feral impulse, which is makes the wolves significantly weaker, but you can still use them for scouting. So Empire, what's their way back into this game? I mean, they have this Atos, and the Viper is doing a ton of damage when he gets into the fight, but like, these net worths are so far behind, they kind of need to go and find some action right now, and they keep taking the, Yule's up, stun to follow up as well, Atos onto the Lesho, but it does not cancel out that stun, and Viper's just getting all of his damage taken away by Pingvin, who has Aegis on the backline, so is not scared of anybody, and they will just kind of take into the middle of this fight. I mean, it's a little bit awkward from Singularity, to be honest, and Razor, he's still trying to fight up, but he is going to lose his first life by the looks of it. Meanwhile, Excalibur just takes down the supports, and yeah, okay, it's a support massacre on the backlines. Dream could be in some trouble now as well. They do get the kill onto Maposhka. Dream, though, nobody to jump to. Pingvin, he's coming, he's looking to help out, but I think Dream is just trying to play around the trees here. There we go, they take him out. That is going to be 3 kills for Singularity, and the PA is gone. Sayu. I mean, they kind of split the fight up. I think that does favor Singularity, though. The Razor and the Lycan have such fast movement speeds that, I mean, they take the Aegis off the Razor, but that's still not a good fight. It's looking pretty painful.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Mid lane. Well, they can't push high ground. I mean, it's still 17 minutes into this game, don't forget. It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it. That means the respawns are still pretty small, so it's pretty hard to push at this stage in the game. And Maposhka will miss that stun. Razor with the Yules. Yeah, this 4th position Lesh does not feel like a 4th position. Did you see him just running into the middle of the fight with the Diabolic Edict and the Pulse Nova? He just ran into the middle and wrecked.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh. Shasho does get brought down. Okay, so Empire finds something using that Dark Ascension. Is this the beginning of Empire's comeback? Well, they're going to need a little bit more than a kill on the 3-position Shadow Demon, but... Ooh, top lane. They're going for Pingvin now, and he doesn't have this Aegis anymore. They could find this kill. They've got the Viper Strike available. He's going for the TP out, and wait, okay, they do see it. They lift him, and they kill him off. I could not see, I don't know about you guys, but I could not see that TP animation. So I was very scared that Empire didn't either. They were just going to let him get away, but thankfully Rubik did get him with a lift, and they find the kill. All right, two big kills. I mean, that's a couple of streaks gone. It's a streak of Shashlo, and it's 330 gold for Pingvin. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Still a long way to go. 8k gold advantage, and this Lycan is terrifying, and he's going to be going for this BKB. They don't have anything to do with him already, and when that BKB comes out, it's going to be real painful. Of course, they peak early. You know, these Razors... These Lycans, they don't go late. These aren't heroes which go into the late game. I do find this questionable. PA finally gets her Battle Fury. 19 minutes 48. Considering the game Dreams had, I wouldn't say that's too bad, but... Yeah, I don't like this Battle Fury. Sure, it deals with the Lycan summons pretty well, but I feel like it's just too slow. It doesn't give you enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But, you know... Battle Fury looks nice on paper because it's like, well, 45 damage, HP, and mana reach, and then that's a lot of sustain. It's pretty good damage as well, especially for a PA, but it doesn't give you any stats, and that is kind of something you're going to feel when it's like, if he ever turns his attention to the Phantom Assassin. The blur, it helps. Is it enough, especially against the ridiculous amount of magic damage of Singularity? I don't know. but the BKB will help out a lot when that comes out. I don't think they want to fight until that BKB's up. Although I say that, they're going on to the Lycan right now, with the Impale and the Atos as well, kind of messing up, chaining the stuns a little bit, but the Lycan, Disruption does come out, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save him as the breaks come through. The poisons as well, and Excalibur is now taken care of as well. Singularity bleeding a lot of kills here, and they're looking for more on the side of Empire as they're chasing down EGM. The Atos comes out, but the 4-star from Nyx Assassin. Do they have the sight? They certainly do, but they're going to back themselves off now. Singularity looking to maybe respond to this one. Trying to purge off... I assume he is purging off poisons there. Oh, nice job. Did he just Fate's Edict him to stop the damage from poison? That's pretty cool. Oh, double stun onto 2. That's nicely done, but where's the follow-up here? Shashlo comes on the backlines. Leshrac is here. Pingvit's also joining in this fight. They should get the quick kill onto Zayo, but no! The false promise is going to turn this one around, and now with the poison coming out, Jerry's just taken down by the magic resist reduction. That Fade Bolt did a ton of damage to him. Damn, Empire. Suddenly, Singularity are looking like they can't really find much. Where are these kills they were getting earlier? Where's the objectives? All the outer towers are gone, and... well... there doesn't seem that they're struggling to get anything out of this map now. Of course, this is always Empire taking fights on their side of the map, so it does mean that the ability to turn it into objectives just isn't there. You know, when you take a fight on your side of the map, it's always very different. Sayu, yeah, he's gone a little bit too far forwards here. Finally, the Rubik will pay the price for his greed. Climbing up in the middle lane, how dare you, sir? And Shasha comes and rounds back with a simple rack around and a kill on to the Rubik. Looking at things right now, I mean, I want to look at this net worth graph, right? Exactly what I expected. A bit of a plateau, even a little bit of a drop for Singularity's lead. They need to find something. They need to get onto this high ground. That is so difficult. Roshan is up in 34 seconds. That should help things out.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Disruption out. Follow up with a stun? No stun. Impale was the plan, but it didn't actually hit. But the tower is falling low here. They will bring down those creeps. That's 200 gold turning to Archangel there, which he's going to be very happy about. The tower drops low, but not low enough. Roche, we're going to find out when it's respawning in about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, Dream is just doing his thing, not helping out his team, looking to make full use of this Battle Fury and farm as much as possible whilst he has the space. And look at this net worth. Dream's creeping up the charts. Finding the space to use this Battle Fury, that's invaluable. This could be something. A comeback Dream, in more ways than one, might be alive. And now only 6k, you know, that's the thing as well. When you commit for these pushes, your resources are so limited because you're moving everybody into the top lane. There's only going to be a couple of creeps to farm up. There's only one tower to hit, and they didn't even get that, so don't get the team code for that one. It affects their net worth so much to go for this and not get anything out of it. Roshan, 34 seconds still until that's up. The scan comes out from the dice. They want to know if they're doing Roshan already. But it's not up for another 25 seconds. Meanwhile, Sayu, once again, pretty far forward here. This is okay, though, because Sayu, obviously, if they see him on map, they're probably going to go for him rather than venturing into the jungle for a PA, which may or might not be there. So, Sayu kind of dangling himself attractively in the mid lane is definitely worth right now. And yeah, Singularity, they're looking for something. They want this Roshan. They don't know when he's up, but they definitely want to keep on the pressure onto Empire. They know that they have this kind of mid-game focus lineup, and if they let things get out of hand, Dream might pop the smoke, will do. Poshka pops down on Ward. And they see Dream in the middle lane. They see these creeps dying mysteriously. They're going to try and make the play onto Dream here as they do get the banishment off. Where's the follow-up stun? There doesn't seem to be one just yet. And Poshka coming into this one. Actually, BKB just delivered on Dream. That is good timing, but she's just going to use it to TP out of this one. Still a lot of damage, but does make it to base. I don't think the Purge will finish him off. Meanwhile, Archangel trying to TP out in the trees. That one's not going to go through. Maiden running himself away, being chased by a very fast doggy. And now the disruption comes out from Shashlo. Buyback from Archangel, looking to try and save. And there's a stolen disruption. Going to buy Night Stalker a little bit of time to get up to the high ground. Yep, he's going to survive this one. Excalibur with his BKB will not find the targets he's looking for, and Dream's actually thinking of coming back into this one, but doesn't have a BKB, so I would question if that's the wise idea. They're trying to chase forwards for Pingvin here. He's on the front lines. Empire. They know that if they lose this fight, then it will mean a Roshan for Singularity, but at the same time, they're not willing to let this BKB cool down. on the Lycan go to waste, but at the same time they need to be conscious of their own, and it does look like they're going to back things off right now. So sentries will be thrown. D-wards across the map, and it doesn't look like we're going to get any more action than that. In this game, it looked pretty convincing at the start, but unfortunately, Team Singularity unable to transfer this early lead into anything more than that. And 7k, you know, as the minutes go by... Oh, Sayu dies. Interesting. But they might still fight this one. Empire going forwards onto the Lycan here. The shapeshift is down and they want to take him out in this time, but can they do it? Trying to run forwards. Pinkfin though with the BKB on the backlines. Now Dream pops in with the BKB of her own, just clearing up those creeps. Pinkfin stealing so much damage. 280. Kodos, can he get away? No, he cannot. Kodos is dead. Now they're looking towards main as well, but can they get him? No, will just run away thanks to the lift from the Ruka. Oh my god, Dream comes in, gets a crit onto Maposhka. Sayu dead as well. Maposhka lift up into the middle of everybody. Dream needs to find a way out of this fight. Black Archangel running towards, saying, leap to me, friend. We can get out of here together, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. The disruption comes out onto Dream. Black Archangel gets chased down by the Lycan and his units. Nope. Yules cancels the TP off PA. Dream running out of options fast. Maiden saying, please jump to me. I know you can do it. Dream will do so, but the poisons solid substance isn't enough. Dream fighting off, but one right click in the back from Shashlo will finish her off. Maiden in trouble as well. Now jumped in. They had to try and save the PA. It wasn't an option. Unfortunately, she does go down. Maiden, though, pretty damn fast in this nighttime, so we'll be able to run himself out. But still, that's not the issue. The issue is this middle tower, which is now under siege from the side of Singularity. Excalibur's up onto here with these summons and getting to work. The tower is gone. A poison from Viper. It seems like a drop in a vast ocean of push. The buyback from the PA will be enough to scare off Singularity for the time being, so they will not take these barracks. But they do have a Roshan available to them if they want it. You can tell. They're looking to chase anybody that comes too far forwards here in the nighttime. Dark Ascension popped from Nightstalker here. He's going to see Leshrac. Disruption comes out. Singularity playing much more defensively than I would have thought here. They just want to back themselves away. Everybody respawning on the side of Team Empire, and actually Maposhka, he's been split off from the team. He's going to pop this Fate's Edict, Diabolic Edict, but yeah, the crit comes through from Dream. That is a very dead Disco Pony. No more dancing for you, my friend. They're in Roche here. Leshrac buys back. Jerry comes up onto high ground. Immediate dusted, though. I mean, Maiden, of course, saw that one. And he's getting them all the vision they need on Roshan right now. Singularity is showing want to do this one. Well, stun out. Nicely done from the Spike Carapace there. Archangel taking a ton of damage. Has to use a false promise onto himself. And now they look for Dream. They know there's no safe house. BKB forced out. Exhale does use his own. They're going to let Dream get away, though. Pinkfin trying to chase him off. Meanwhile, Archangel does get finished off. He actually does to Roshan. Okay. Meanwhile, Kodos in some trouble. Stomped up by the Centaur. And, well, that's too much damage. Singularity are pumping out to deal with this Viper. Two heroes down the side of Empire. And now Singularity can get back to business inside this pit and take this Aegis for themselves. And this game kicked up a gear. It was slow. It was Empire on the back foot, just avoiding fights. But when Singularity are knocking on your high ground, you don't have that luxurious option open to you anymore to ignore them. You have to take these fights, and that's what we're seeing now. The desperation from Team Empire. Not going as badly as you might have thought. Still, Singularity winning the last two fights, and now getting Roshan as well, feeling very, very powerful. This might be the game-deciding push right now, because if Singularity can't break high ground with an Aegis and cheese, then what chance do they really have in this game? I think this could be kind of like the final push. They don't get at least, you know, a couple of buildings and win this next engagement, then that might be the last chance they have at kind of pulling ahead. 39 minutes. This PA is getting scarier. You know, these fights might not still be going Empire's way, but all it takes is one. And that's the thing. You know, it feels one-sided because of the gold, because of the kills, but that's kind of the nature of the game. It's the nature of these drafts. Singularity need to be doing this. It's what their draft achieves. Empire, well, they're now moving into the stage of the game where they can perhaps have their own draft come alive, but it's tough. Singularity, they're moving around, though. I think they're kind of looking for PA or something here. They see Maiden, but he's so damn fast that he's not really an option.
Has fallen.
You can just fly around the map doing whatever he wants. Now they're picking out bottom. They're going to see these creeps dying instantly and know that the PA is here. So Dream just hoping that being off map will be enough to not draw the attention of Singularity. She's still farming up. The ping is coming out. Singularity, you know, supports are here saying like, well, they're going to... Oh, they're waiting for the runes. Okay. Oh. Yeah, did she spot it? It looks like she did. She's running. She is absolutely running here into the trees. Yeah. Dream is definitely feeling a little bit... yeah, he sees all the vendetta scanning on himself here. Dream just trying to stay alive.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Well. PA does get back to farming here, but is also being pinged out. I'm not sure how. How do they have the sight on her? Oh, Jerry. They lock eyes, and this is very awkward here as Yules is out onto the Phantom Assassin as Pale to follow up as well. Dream has to pop the BKB and get himself out of this one. And Singularity, well, they rotated a couple of heroes in for this, and they don't get anything for it.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Gotta wonder. I gotta wonder. I mean, they can just get back across the map though. It's okay. It's a little bit of space for Team Empire, but I don't think enough. And I think the BK. I was just trying to I was trying to work out like what was worth more, the BKB charge or the TP's back. And I think it's probably the BKB charge. You know, looking at this lineup, you know, you're against a Leshrac next, and Rack's just going down here. Direbolt, Edict, Lycan. It's a lot of damage. They don't want to fight without this BKB, so this is actually going to be the real cost for the BKB here, is that range rack. They can't go for the melee as well. That will start to heal up if they don't continue the pressure right now, but the BKB coming off cooldown in 12 seconds. Singularity, want to make the most of it. Fortify being used, 7, 6. Empire can look to start going for stuff now if they feel like it. I mean, they definitely are. They're trying to chase out the Singularity, absolutely know the timing of this BKB, so they are just backing themselves away. This is very interesting. Very interesting game. It's a game of cooldowns, it's a game of timings, as most games in Dota are, but this one in particular. Just these very small things, like the one item cooldown on PA, which actually is going to change these fights. But that's the thing, 6 seconds now on this BKB. That is a huge issue when you're against this matchup, and this magic damage is not going to start slowing down from Singularity. I mean, Shadow, he's going for this Aghanim Scepter even, so he's going to have multiple demonic purges. Empire, though, they're looking for some action. They're looking for some kills. Dream in the middle lane. But the rest of the team smoked up in the enemy jungle. It's an AC just delivered on the Lycan. We can have a look at some buybacks here. No one's really got any. Smoke popped. Maiden sees them. The pings come out from the Lycan here. He's saying that there's a Nyx Assassin around, but that is not the case, and a dust even been used for this. This is getting tense, but Empire, I don't think they're going to find anything here. Alright, both teams aren't going to come into... Okay, Excalibur's smoke might be popped. No, not quite. Yes, it will there, and they actually see Maiden as well. Shapeshift being used. They want to bring down this Night Stalker, and they will do. Look at the damage coming out of... well, I mean, just the creeps from Excalibur, to be honest, but Excalibur himself doing a ton of work, and now they look towards mid, but the buyback is through from Maiden. They will still look to defend this barracks, this middle barracks, which seems to represent so much for both teams. They try to get in and finish off these melee barracks, but Dream runs forward. The damage onto Leshrac is quite a lot. Force Staff and Disruption can help him out for the time being, but Empire chasing forward really hard, so Poshka will get brought down. They've got the Yules off onto the Nyx Assassin as well. It's actually self-Yules here, but with the poison and the Viper Strike and the damage coming through from Dream, they will get 2 kills on this one. The PA is coming online, and she's got herself a Desolator. A Desolator and a little interesting item queued up here. But they defend. They hold the melee racks once again. And what I was saying, they're just not committing. I mean, has the Aegis even run out? The Aegis has actually run out on Pingvin, so... Man, this is interesting. And this is difficult as well. This Aegis now gone on Pingvin. I mean, they can wait for the next Roche, but look at this PA. She's got items now. PA is the second most farm hero in the game. You've waited this long, and... Ooh, double damage. That's scary. You've waited this long. Is it too much? Can Singularity still... I mean, there's always the threat, right? Like, if they lose the fights, if they don't have buybacks, then Singularity will come through, and they will take your tier 4s. There's no doubt about it. If comes down to that. Jerry? Looks like a fight's going to break out here as they initiate onto the Oracle here. The follow-up stun, though, not quick enough, and that allows Oracle to get the false promise off, which means it's not going to be the quick kill that they wanted. Will be a kill all the same, although Oracle's TPing back to base here. I'm not sure how much damage actually taken. It is enough. And they find Dream as well. That's a big one. Trying to TP out on the backlines, but the Demonic Purge, along with the right-click damage from Excalibur, is enough to take down Dream. No buyback on this hero. That is critical. Oh no, she bought up the rest. She didn't even buy a full basher. She brought up a mithril hammer and a belt of strength, which weren't even in her inventory. And that is how she doesn't have buyback gold. That is a hugely costly mistake, and maybe a game-ending one at that. She was, like, she would have had it. Like, mithril hammer, and no doubt she would have had that buyback. I checked it just before, but I was not expecting her to buy up parts of that basher. She didn't have the money for all of it, but what's it going to cost them? Let's see. Singularity up onto the high ground. They're poking right now. They want to see if this PA is going to buy back. They don't know that she doesn't have it, I don't think. Otherwise, it would just be going to tier 4s, I think. Nick's taking a bit of a beating here. He's going to be okay. Some Shadow Poison stolen from Sayu here. Maiden chasing forwards, but the top racks are down. Only a ranged one remains, and they're actually trying to seal some damage out. This nice Stalker here. The False Promise is going to come through from the Oracle. Like to strike down onto Pingvin just to slow him down and try and get him away from Maiden here, who is going to be okay. It's easy. Oh, Excalibur chasing in the trees, looking for Sayu, but the lift up, and now the Shapeshift Steal as well. Mini Doggy coming through, but I mean, the racks are going down, and the final melee racks is going to fall. Now all they need to do is take the range racks, and look at this Viper just gets melted by the creeps of Excalibur. It's looking bad for Team Empire. 15 seconds till the PA is back, but they're not being able to hold here. Empire playing around, Sayu just running around, not really knowing what to do with himself here. Well, they are actually forcing Singularity back, but the units up in the top lane. Miposhka's coming in. He wants to finish this one off. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, Maiden taking some damage, have to back himself up. Meanwhile, up at top, the Fortify is being used to stop this Leshrac, taking it with just the Diabolic Edict as Dream comes in, finds a crit. Miposhka is dead. The final rack being taken by the Wolf, but they'll deal with this guy as well. The final barrack, the Dream, kept barely alive, hanging by a thread for Team Empire, but they're still in the game, kind of. It's a huge ask for them to come back from this. Meanwhile, they find Shashlos. They're running down more. Sorry. Well, so I was recapping on the fight. They do actually get another kill. The fight hadn't ended. That's on me, guys. My mistake. But it is a buyback from Shashlo. Roshan is up, but the dogs will reveal everything. And yeah, wow. Team Singularity are not even considering letting Empire get anything out of this map. Not Roshan. Nothing. The buybacks come out to force back game. And now gets the basher. None of that would have happened if Pierre had buyback, though. That is the important thing to note here. Jerry on the low ground with the Vendetta. Sentry's being thrown up. Now you see Jerry. They don't really have any initiation right now, though. They've got a 4-staff on Rubik, but if he can't come forward and just casually lift him here, which he will be able to. Ninja's ruling the floor. 4-staff him forwards as well, but he'll 4-staff him straight the way back, playing ping pong with the Nyx as Nate come with the shapeshift as well. Lycan getting this fight started. He's going straight away onto Archangel, forcing out that false promise onto himself. Now looking back towards, well, it's Sayu trying to get out of this fight, but that's not going to happen. But there's a lot of damage coming through. But we'll actually be able to take down the Miposhka, but Kodos, he's dead. Archangel gone as well from the false promise as they're trying to look for more Dream though with the BKB so low on HP, needs to find a jump, needs to find anything. She's gone, no buyback on the PA. This might be it. A not so explosive final fight as a GG is called from Dream and he gets out of this match. It will be Singularity taking game number 1 with the Lycan finally. And you can't help but feel that a bit of this game is on the PA. You know, they did so well to get here. They did so well to last it out this long, and it looked like maybe, just maybe, they could hold on. But, you know, not having the buyback at the end there cost them most of their base, and then just there at the end, you know, you can't blame them for trying to take that fight. They need to find something because they can't wait around for that final barracks. They can just take it with wolves. They can take it with whatever, man. Like it's not a big deal to be able to kill that final barracks for Team Singularity in their draft. You know, if wolves don't do it, then Miposhka can just run in with Diabolic Edict. There's so much to kill that range barracks off. So, yeah, I think Team Empire feeling the desperation at the end there, but as I said, they did fantastically to come back into this. It certainly seemed like they maybe were going to make a comeback at several parts. I mean, look at these dips. You know, this is a dip you don't want to see in a Lycan game. Yeah, this is like, whoa, and then they managed to pull it back, and then oh dear, and then they did manage to pull it back again, and wow. A very exciting game 1, and not so much back and forth, but definitely looking like it was about to come back for Team Empire any given opportunity. But Team Singularity, they hold their nerves. They do end up taking the win in the end by just focusing down Dream and basically, I mean, it actually wasn't the focus on Dream that won the game, though. It was a focus onto Archangel. Chasing down that Oracle, forcing him to use the false promise on himself was so key for Team Singularity. And then you just kind of take away the save for Dream. Dream's all on its own, you know, have to use that BKB just to kill off any of these supports because any of them can just keep a stun locked here. So, yeah, really nice draft and really, really nice gameplay from Team Singularity, and I'm looking forward to game number 2 now, as I'm hoping to see a little bit more explosive fighting. I want to see some team fighting from Empire, I think. That's kind of one of the big things here. They don't really have any team fighting abilities. It's all kind of single target stuff, and if you just kind of have all these heroes which do so much in these fights, can't really take anybody down. I don't know. Pretty good stuff coming out from Team Singularity. Game number 2 coming up shortly. I've been Nomad. See you in a sec.